When in Singapore, one of the hottest attractions you must not miss is the Singapore Zoo. However, there is more to it. There is river wonders, night safari, bird paradise, and the Singapore Zoo. It can be a bit confusing at first to understand what each one offers and which one you should visit. That's exactly what we are going to talk about today. Hey guys, welcome back to Sakre Cubes, and this is Sagar. This video is divided into 4 sections. In the first one, we will cover some general informations, followed by the Singapore Zoo and river wonders. In the last sections, we will discuss some tips and conclude on which one to visit. But before all of that, let's talk a little bit about the Mandai Wildlife Reserve. Mandai Wildlife Reserve is a unique wildlife and nature destination in Singapore. The Singapore Zoo, river wonders, bird paradise, and night safari are all part of the Mandai Wildlife Reserve and are located next to each other. Among these attractions, the Singapore Zoo is the most popular one. The zoo houses a diverse range of land animals including the lions, tigers, giraffes, reptiles, rhinoceros, elephants, and more. However, it doesn't have one of the cutest animals, the panda. The panda can be found in river wonders along with the other aquatic animals. If you are interested in birds, then you can visit the bird paradise. It was previously known as Jurong Bird Park and was located far from the rest of the parks. It has been now relocated to Mandai Wildlife Reserve and renamed to Bird Paradise. Speaking of names, the Mandai authorities are horrible at naming. What would you imagine when you hear the word night safari? Probably a classic safari ride in the open wild at night, isn't it? Well, that's not the case. It's just a zoo with nocturnal animals that you can visit at night. You can explore it either by tram ride or on foot. To be honest, even though it has misleading name, it does offer great experience. In short, if you want to see variety of animals, then visit the Singapore Zoo. If you want to see the panda along with aquatic animals, then visit the river wonders. If you want to experience the wildlife at night, then go for the night safari. And if you want to meet your feathered friends, then visit the bird paradise. The ticketing system is completely automated and you need to purchase it online. There are no ticket windows or sellers available at the park. Buy your tickets on Klook for the best price and seamless experience. The prices for each attraction vary slightly, and here is the exact price list. If you are planning to visit more than one park, you can also go for the bundle packages that give you additional discounts. There are 2 stages for booking the attractions. First, purchase the open dated tickets on Klook. After that, you can book your slots on Mandai's website. You will find the detailed instructions on Klook's website. Do have a look at it. I'll drop a link to this attraction and all the other attractions in Singapore in the description box below. Or you can scan this QR code to find the links to the activities. If you still have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section below. The Mandai Wildlife Reserve is situated quite remotely away from most of the tourist destinations. There is no direct train route to this place. The best option to reach Mandai is by taking MRT from your hotel to Khatib station, and from here you'll get shuttle buses that run every 10 to 15 minutes. The bus fare for a round trip is just $1 Singaporean, and the journey from Khatib station to Mandai takes approximately 15 minutes. The bus has 2 stops. Get on at the first stop for the bird paradise, or at the second stop for the zoo, river wonders, or the night safari. Even though it might sound complicated, it is pretty easy to reach the park on public transport, and it is also the most economical option. However, if you prefer to take taxi, you can opt for a direct cab from your hotel to the zoo. The taxi ride typically costs anywhere between 25 to 30 Singaporean dollars for a one-way trip. If you plan to visit night safari, make sure to leave by 10 PM, especially if you are taking public transport. The last train from Khatib station is at 11:20 PM. The Singapore Zoo is incredible. It's been awarded the world's best zoo by numerous travel publications. This zoo spreads over 69 acres, boasting a wide variety of animals. It is home to more than 2,800 animals from over 300 different species. The animals here are kept in near natural habitats, separated from visitors only by moats and wooden fencing. The Singapore Zoo is divided into 12 different zones, out of which these are 5 popular zones you shouldn't miss. Wild Africa is the most popular zone, featuring an array of African wildlife including lions, cheetahs, giraffes, zebras, white rhinoceros, meerkats, African painted dogs, and the Red River hawks. Next up is the fragile forest, mimicking a tropical rainforest habitat. This zone houses some of the rarest species such as lesser-known mouse deer, two-toed sloth, Malayan flying fox, white-faced Sankey monkey, and more. Reptopia is home to 60 species of reptiles and amphibians. Here you can see various poisonous frogs that are small yet deadly. The area also features different species of snakes, geckos, and lizards, all within an air-conditioned environment. So if you're visiting the zoo in the peak afternoon and looking for some place to cool down, then this is the place to be. You'll also find the giant tortoise in the reptile garden. These are more than 100 years old and it's a must-see. I had never seen a tortoise that is as big as this before. One thing that you cannot miss to see is the free-ranging orangutans. They are not kept in any cage or defined space. They roam around freely throughout the zoo. If you're eager to see kangaroos, head over to Australasia. This section features two varieties of kangaroos. The familiar grey kangaroo we have seen for years and the lesser known tree kangaroo which doesn't look like a regular kangaroo. It also features the world's deadliest bird called the cassowary. And the last zone is everyone's favorite, elephants of Asia. Fun fact, all the elephants in the Singapore Zoo are female, no male elephant in the house. If you are with kids, make sure to explore the Rainforest Kids World. It is a small water park for the kids, so make sure to carry an extra pair of clothes in case your kid wants to play in the water. One thing that sets the Singapore Zoo apart from the other zoos is the animal presentation. There are 3 presentations held twice a day. Be sure to incorporate these show timings into your itinerary. The Splash Safari and Rainforest Fights Pack are amazing shows and are loved by everyone. Another thing you must not miss is Zookeeper's talk. During these talks, the keeper talks about the animals he takes care of and shares interesting facts and stories about it. It is a great opportunity to learn more about the animals. Additionally, you also have a chance to feed the animals. You can feed giraffes, elephants, white rhinoceros, tortoises, zebra, or you can feed even a goat. There is a timing for feeding activities and you need to book them in advance. It will cost flat 8 Singaporean dollar per portion of food. The slots for the feeding session get sold out pretty quickly. If you are interested in this activity, make sure to book it in advance. Speaking of food, there is only one restaurant within the zoo called the Meng restaurant. You can have food here but expect it to be crowded, especially in the afternoons. There are a few more eateries near the entrance of zoo just before the entry gates. The zoo food is quite expensive and it can cost anywhere between 15 to 20 Singaporean dollars per meal. You can also carry packed food inside the zoo if you don't want to spend so much money here. There are no Indian vegetarian options, so make sure to carry something to eat, especially if you are a vegetarian. If you are wondering about the best way to navigate the park, this map will be helpful. The QR code to download the map is displayed all over the zoo. Scan them when you are in the zoo. If you take a closer look at the map, the main trail is in the shape 8. It is 1.8 km long and the tram runs along this route, making stops at 4 stations. If you are visiting with elderly parents or children, a tram ride is an excellent way to see the entire zoo with minimal effort. But the zoo is best explored on foot. So if you are young and energetic, I highly recommend you explore the entire zoo on foot. But before you venture on to explore the zoo on your own, I recommend you take the tram ride once. As soon as you enter the zoo, walk straight to the first stop right opposite to the Meng restaurant. Hop onto one of the trams and complete the entire circuit without getting down at any stops. This will help you get an idea of the zoo layout. You can then start exploring on foot. The tram ride is complimentary and it is included in your entry ticket, so no need to pay anything extra for that. I designed a detailed itinerary for you. It has the best possible way to explore the park depending on whether you are a couple, a family with kids or parents. You can find the links to this itinerary in the description box below or scan this QR code to download it. Just a short 100-meter walk from Singapore Zoo is River Wonders, Asia's one and only river-themed wildlife park. It features animals that live in and around rivers. The entire River Wonder is covered, including few areas that are climate and humidity controlled. Unlike the Singapore Zoo, the walking trail here in River Wonders is pretty straightforward. It can take anywhere between 2 to 3 hours to explore the River Wonders. There are multiple zones based on major rivers around the world, each featuring the biodiversity found there. The major attraction for which most people visit the River Wonders is to see the pandas. I was super excited to see pandas since 2009 after watching the film Kung Fu Panda, followed by hundreds if not thousands of panda videos on the internet. As soon as you enter the panda enclosure, you will see red panda first. It doesn't look like a regular panda and mostly lives on the trees. There is a panda family in the house. Lala is a Singaporean born cub that is just 2 years old, while his parents Kai Kai and Jaja are around 16 years old. The little panda was super active when we visited, while both his parents were sleeping all the time. It is a treat to watch pandas when they are active. Pandas do eat and sleep a lot, so expect them to be sleeping when you visit the park. If that's the case, make sure to come back after some time. Apart from the adorable panda section, Amazon flooded forest is quite impressive. It has one of the largest aquariums featuring manatees, stingrays and giant river otters. It was a treat to watch the manatees swim. The aquarium has tall trees depicting how Amazon forest would look when it rains, and most of the land gets submerged underwater up to 10 meters deep. That's why it is called Amazon flooded forest. One more attraction here is Amazon River Quest. It is a simple 10 minutes boat ride where you will see few animals. It costs an additional 5 Singaporean dollars per person. You may choose to do this if you are with kids, otherwise you can skip it. Just like the zoo, even River Wonders has a show called Once Upon a River. The seating capacity is less for this show, so you need to book the slot in advance. The booking opens exactly 2 hours before the show, so remember to book it on the day of your visit. The slots get sold out within a minute, so be quick to book it. We got a confirmation for Once Upon a River. It got sold out in a minute. Just in 1 minute it got sold out and we got the confirmation. Yes. You don't need to pay anything to book the slot, but you need to submit your email ID and number of folks. Don't worry even if you miss the show. I personally felt the presentation in the zoo was a lot better. Both the zoo and River Wonders offer free Wi-Fi, so take advantage of it if you're not on a data plan. Singapore experiences a tropical climate with frequent afternoon rains. Plan to visit the zoo in the morning and River Wonders in the afternoon. Carry an umbrella, especially when exploring zoo. Carry reusable water bottles to the zoo. There are water stations where you can refill them. There are vending machines for juice and snacks. Make use of them if required. Download the Mandai app to access all the information you need at your fingertips. Be prepared for a lot of walking. Wear good shoes and a comfortable dress. We found the Singapore Zoo was worth the money and time. However, there are mixed opinions about the River Wonders. First of all, I'm still wondering about the placement of River Wonders. It's not completely an aquarium. It focuses only on the freshwater fishes, hence less variety of fishes as compared to other places like Sea Aquarium. It also features some land animals including the pandas, but again collection of land animals is very small. It falls somewhere between the aquarium and the zoo but doesn't excel at either. Looks like keeping the pandas in the River Wonders, not in the zoo, was a strategic plan to force people to visit the River Wonders. Should you consider visiting River Wonders? Yes, if you want to see the pandas, or you are very particular about the fishes that are displayed here. No, if you have plans to visit Sea Aquarium in Sentosa. We couldn't visit the night safari or the bird paradise. If you have visited them, do let me know your experience in the comment section below. Was it worth it? Also, let me know which is your favorite animal, not just from Singapore, but in general. If this video was helpful, hit on the like button. If you are new to this channel, hit on the subscribe button. Click on left if you want to watch the best places to visit in Singapore, or click on right to watch the entire Singapore series. See you in my next video. Until then, keep traveling.